and here that you guys were missing key players down the stretch? Is there kind of this feeling of, what might have happened if you'd been at full strength in these games?
I mean, obviously you can't ignore that. We're our best team when we have our entire team. But even with that said, we had our opportunities. It was a winnable game. I think we should have won the game. But they made more plays, crucial plays, big shots. They got a couple of rebounds that were at vital moments in the game where I think if we came up with that ball, that would have given us an opportunity to score. But I said the same thing after LSU, and it seems to be a theme with our team. I think we fought for 40 minutes. That seems to be a consistent thing for us. We shot 50% from the field. So, we had our opportunities. We got to learn from this. We hope to see them again.
Jerry?
Yeah, Kellen, I wondered what in particular makes it more difficult when Ty's not in the game or when Xavier is limited?
Well, Ty is another playmaker for us, another scorer. He's our second leading scorer. So in a big game like this, you take away 14 points per game. It's as simple as that. And we've got other guys who are able to step up. But he made some nice plays just in those. What he played 9 minutes, and those 9 minutes he was in there. I think that could have helped us, but even with me mentioning that, that's not an excuse. Like I said, I still think we had the potential to win this game. And looking back, when we watch over the film, I think we'll recognize that and we'll think this one slipped away.
And one other thing for me, Kellen, you guys shot 10 free throws and Auburn shot 30. How does that play on your mind?
Well, we made 8, they made 24. So that's 16 points that they got from the free throw line. We lost by 9. If we got to the line more, how we do turnover wise, we did a pretty good job with turnovers, but if we got to the line more, that obviously would have helped.
Kyle Tucker?
Yeah, Kellen, you mentioned the obvious, just taking away Ty's points that he usually contributes. But beyond that, just from like a basketball mind perspective, from spacing and roles and how everybody fits, how does Ty's presence help everybody else offensively sort of get where they're supposed to be and have things open up for other people? How does he affect sort of the collective?
Right. Well, along with his 14 points a game, whatever it is exactly, I mentioned his playmaking ability, and he's able to make plays for others. And when you have multiple playmakers on the court and you've got finishers on the court, that makes the game easier. We saw he's capable of having a 17 assist game. The thing about Ty is he seemingly makes the right play almost every time. And he's patient. He's just another playmaker. So I think that obviously would have helped us if he would have been out there. And he's a shooting presence as well.
Jerry?
Kellen, I know the charged atmosphere is the usual thing you guys face on the road. What was it like there?
I see what I call it the jungle. I'm not going to go on and on about how awesome their fans are, but this is obviously an electric atmosphere. And tough place to play, but we shot 50% from the field, 42% from 3, so we had opportunities. I think if we got to free throw line a little more and made some bigger plays, we would have been victorious. But you learn from it. You don't win a championship in January. This obviously would have been another statement win, like our beatdown at Tennessee was. But it's disappointing when we got to move on and see how we can get better.
One other thing for me, Kellen, I wonder what you make of it that you guys didn't shoot well at all at A&M and win, and here you shoot pretty well and lose. How do you make sense of that?
Well, simply, every game is different. Every opponent's different. Texas A&M's a very good team. Auburn's a great team. And I think it's that simple. I think like I said, we gave ourselves opportunities. It was a different type of game today, more high scoring, but it was good to see that we're able to pull out gritty, ugly wins. And then when there's a little more finesse and playmaking involved, and we got to go get those as well.
All right, we've got two more for Kellen. We'll start with John Hale.
Ellen, you said you want to see that team again, hopefully. I mean, obviously they might be ranked number 1 in the country on Monday. What does it just tell you about your all's ceiling that you were able to get up early, play them so close, even not full strength?
I mean, it shows how good of a team we are. There's a reason why this was such a hyped-up game. And it was a dogfight, even though they ended up winning by 9. But it was a close game for 30 minutes. And as I mentioned a bunch of times, just a couple big plays here and there, and they had 16 more points at the free throw line than we did. But I think it's no secret that we're one of the best teams in the country. You know, I think that's well recognized around the basketball world. And although we didn't play well enough to win tonight, I think we showed that we've got a lot of collective fight and grit, and just got to clean up some things and be better overall. But it's about learning. Like I said, we want to be our best in March, so we'll get better from it.
All right, last one for Kellen, John Clay.
Kellen, I was just curious. Auburn hurt you several times on lobs to Kessler, penetration lobs. What made them so effective on that play?
Well, they usually have them rolling on an empty side, so it would put us in a position where are we gonna is the guy on the backside gonna tag Kessler, or is he gonna give up a 3 for the guy looping behind Kessler? And then at the end of the day, they got downhill on us, and our bigs got caught between trying to block the floater or staying back with Kessler. And when you get in between, the kids 7-1 a lot of times, so that those lead to lob dunks. He had 8 field goals. I don't remember him making a layup or really anything other than a dunk. So they obviously hurt us with that.
All right, Kellen, thank you.
Al, any update on Ty status, and just what did that do to you guys not having him for so long?
That hurt us. You know, no excuses, though. We had our chances to win. We had breakdowns defensively. And again, when do you see us shoot 50%, 41%, and 80%? Again, they tripled our fouls, but that's all right. Sometimes that happens, but defensively, the lob play, which we just kept telling the guy get off, and they just wouldn't do it. And at one point, we had one guy jump, but he had no intention of tipping the ball away. Like he was looking at the guy's body, like I don't want to hit him. You have to go do that. They've done this to a lot of teams, but it was something that we thought we could guard. All the other stuff, it ended up being 1-on-1, 10-0. Who did they go against, and what did we do to them? And what were we trying to do, and did we play that way? They made plays. The guy that usually makes plays for us in those situations is Ty. He was out. But it gives other guys a chance. You know, don't complain when you're not in that position. You had a chance now without him, make basketball plays. You're not running plays at that point. They can switch. They can take it away. It's players making plays.
Kyle Tucker.
Cal, was there an update on Ty and for any period that he's out going forward?
Don't know.
How do you handle it?
No, I don't know. I'm not going to deal with it because I don't know. I'm not going to do hypotheticals. And I'm worried about Xavier. I told him in the last 4 minutes, why don't you just come out? I mean, he said, no, I'm going to finish, and look, at the end of the day, I'm coaching someone's child. And if he can't play this week and Ty can't play this week, they're hurt, they can't play. Now you have other guys have a chance to step up and show what they are or what they're not. It's, the thing that happened again, 2 guys on their team just said, I'm getting a basket. But here's the thing, we only had 9 turnovers. And it was a really tough lacrosse game. And we have 9 turnovers. And so there was good stuff that we did. But we had some breakdowns defensively, and they shot a high percentage, probably the most anybody shot on us this year. Especially from that foul line. I don't know if we've ever fouled that many times. We
John
done?
Hale, go ahead.
Cal, that's 3 screens now that Xavier's been hurt on at various points this year. What exactly can you do differently on those plays? I know you talked before about you want that rule to change.
Well, that
wasn't
that last one was like a trap, and he hit into it. That was a different kind of play. The one before, I mean, I got to look at it on tape. Could we have had the guy that was guarding him? I don't know if it was Oscar or who it was. Was he up there screaming, or was he just back? And you can't do that to your teammate if he was, but I don't know because I got to watch the tape.
Jerry?
I was going to ask about the screens and whether Oscar called out the screen.
Don't
for
know yet.
Xavier.
He
Yeah.
said he did, but we'll see. That's a great thing about tape. Guy says, I couldn't throw him the ball. Well, we'll see on the tape.
Is Xavier just so intent on pressuring the ball handler, which is a good thing, that
He's fine if there's a guy up there screaming, smack, 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 he will back off and go under.
Thanks.
Dylan?
Coach, if Xavier and Ty continue to be out due to injury, who are some players that you see that has to step up to make up for that loss in the upcoming games?
Well, Davion, Kellen, Bryce play with a different lineup. The biggest thing for me is there are no excuses. Own your performance. If you got scored on a bunch, then own it. Like, I got to get better. And then why did you get scored on? Why did you back up? What happens to guys when you're telling them, I want the guy to dribble? They get embarrassed if they get beat on the dribble. And so they back away and the guy makes shots. Like, wait a minute. I'm telling you, he shouldn't get a shot off because you're so close, he has to bounce it. And you think of the shots that were made and you're like, well, they obviously didn't do it. And again, we only had 36 hours to get ready for the game. So, I'm not, it's hard in this environment. We got this environment, we're going to have another environment. Everyone we play is like this.
Kyle Tucker?
Yeah, Cal, just in general, beyond, Kellen mentioned, you take away 14 points a game when Ty's not out there, but beyond the scoring that he gives you and the overall fit, the way he sort of helps everything else to fit and guys to open up things for everybody else on the floor. How does he impact you overall, Ty?
No, it hurts us. He's a playmaker. Whether he's on the ball, off the ball, whether we run stuff for him, that he needs to go get a basket, he gets it. We don't have those guys. We have, sometimes guys think they can do it and they're in this game and they can't do it. And they'll say, well, it's just what? And that's what he does for us. He goes and gets them. Now, I thought Davion made an and one play. Kellen made some shots, but we got down too much defensively. And we're not, when you're playing with not a true point guard, it's really hard. That makes it hard. And if you have Ty But again, everybody's saying they evaluate your games. If you have injured players out and they're not in for those games, that's how they evaluate you and all that. So, this game will be evaluated different than some of the others, but that's fine. And so that being the case, there's LSU game too.
John Clay?
John, how did you think Keon and Jacob did guarding Jabari Smith?
Did okay. I mean, but there were, fouled a 3-point shooter and he got shots off. And why did so, and we needed 40 minutes of making him bounce the ball. And we didn't get it. It's hard though. It's hard.
Jerry? Jerry, you got your hand up?
Yeah, I'm up. John, I counted 3 times you guys fouled a 3-point shooter. How much of a no-no is that? How impactful?
Well, I'm going to say why they did it. They knew they were trying to make the guy dribble, and they broke down. So now they went and fouled him. The whole point was he gets so close he can't shoot. Well, yeah, but then he'll dribble around me and I'll look bad. That, again, that's young kids, but we'll get better. I mean, it's not obviously what we want. We made more field goals than them. We did some good stuff. We lose a tough game on the road in this environment. No one gave us a chance. I love how we started the game. We were the aggressor. We were the team that was really running good stuff. Hated the end of the half. Hated it. We're in good shape. We come down, miss an easy shot, give a guy a 3. We don't rebound a ball that's a bad shot. They get it and score. And then Severe tries to steal a ball with 11 seconds to go. What are we doing? Why would we do that? We should have been up 6-8 at halftime. But I loved how we played. It's just the end of the half was aggravating.
John, you guys, at the end of the game, final minute, there was still plausible pulling it out. And you had a couple of turnovers there that seemed unnecessary to me, for what that's worth. What does that say, if anything, about more work?
I have to watch the tape. I'll watch the tape and then I'll figure that out. I haven't, I know one guy just fumbled the ball, did it last game, did it this game, I think, but I had my back to it. So, got to be confident, and your confidence comes from yourself, not somebody else. It comes from you. Just be confident. Go out there and be aggressive. And, something doesn't go right, just stay confident. Keep playing.
Al Tucker?
I wonder, Cal, did Shaden have a uniform on today? And did at some point when they're dropping like flies, do you look at them and go, do you want to try this?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fair to the kid. I just wish we had a bunch of practice time where I had 2 weeks with him, to where we could run 3 or 4 different things and, him defensively play, because he's a terrific player. But it's, I have told his parents that I'm not going to put him in a position where he hurts himself. I'm not. And we're going to do this, the process of this. And if he ends up playing this year because he's capable of doing it and he can play, we'll play him. But I'm not just shoving him in so we can win another game or stay closer, or, I'm not going to do that.
Daryl Bird, last question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Cal, I can remember back 4 or 5 years ago, I think at SEC Media Day, you were on a campaign. Let's make the SEC the cool league. Let's get all the best players here. It looks like you got your wish. I wonder, in what ways are the overall team so much better than what they were when you made that request?
Well, you're talking about administrations in this league. You're talking about the league office making a commitment to men's basketball. And you're talking about different schools making a commitment to men's basketball, facilities, coaching staffs, salaries, all the stuff that goes along with it, how we travel. And it's not just Kentucky now. Now, all of a sudden, you got 14 schools doing the same thing and making a commitment. But that's what makes this league, whether it's football, baseball, women's basketball, track, gymnastics, soccer. I mean, this league is about student athletes. It's about making the commitment to all these kids that we're going to do this right and treat you at a high, high level. And we do, whether it's healthcare stuff, whether it's all the stuff that this league does. It's good, top to bottom. All right, guys, we got a bus ride.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Coach. Appreciate your time. John Hale, go ahead.
Oscar, obviously, that's the second time Xavier's got hurt on a similar screenplay. What exactly did you see there? Did you call that out?
I scream again. I did scream at him. I screamed at the beginning of the game for everybody, but again, it was too loud. He did not hear again, and he got hurt. So I don't know. Maybe we got to do something else to figure out about that.
Jerry?
Yeah, Oscar, I was going to ask about that too. What are the coaches saying about maybe getting up closer to the play or making some other adjustment?
Yeah, they told me to go up closer. I was up there. I screamed. I've been screaming for everybody since at the beginning of the game. That one is just they making plays down here. I think they started the ball. They were coming up, and they just run out to him. But I think I just gotta scream aloud because this game like this is so loud to hear you. But I just gotta go out there and scream and tell them like scream is coming.
And you've got a close-up look at it. Do the screens at LSU and today seem legal? You know what I mean? Do they seem, nothing extra added?
I don't know. Like the screen for me, like I don't think that was really like a normal screen. I think like they would kind of like push out a little bit, but he was good screen. I'm not gonna say anything about that. The referee obviously they saw if they did not call no fouls, so it was no bad screen. So I think I just gotta do better job on screaming.
Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, Oscar, I wonder just what is you guys with Ty, you're up 9 when he gets hurt. About as good a start as you guys could have hoped for in an environment like that against a team like that, playing really well. I wonder how does Ty sort of open things up for everybody else, and how big of an impact is he on the whole group?
Missing Ty was big losing for us because Ty he got a lot of different games: attack the rim, shoot the middle range, finish the rim, make a pass. So I think after he got hurt, that really hurt us a little bit. I think we had a chance to still win the game even without him. We just giving up some easy buckets, easy kind of like turnovers. I think we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna always go and learn from this and keep moving forward.
John Clay.
Oscar, they had several times they hurt you guys with lobs to Kessler. What made that play so effective for them?
We work on that. We knew that dude was gonna catch a lob all the time. But if I go there like they want me to ice, somebody's gonna come down there to make sure there's no lob there. We gotta make sure you help me before I go back. So they were just we didn't do a really good job on everything. So like I think we gotta keep working on that. Gotta keep getting better. There were some people today they were off. And they were making some crazy shots. It's okay. Like someday will be like that.
John Hale.
Oscar, what, if anything, does this game tell you about where you think this team can achieve if everybody's healthy at one time?
We can do better things if everybody healthy at the same time, because we play as a team. It's not like somebody want to go out there and just get days. I gotta give mine now. Everybody playing to win. Like today we were fighting to win. If everybody healthy in this team, it is a problem. Like you watch us play against Texas and him. It was tough game. I wish we had Tata and Xavier both were good. We could leave this place with a win tonight, like today. It's good. I hope we match up against them again, probably like ACC tournament, when everybody will be healthy and ready to go.
Jerry.
Yeah, Oscar, I guess it's obvious, but Kellen said the same thing about wanting to play Auburn again. Why?
Because I don't think they better than us, for my opinion. I think we're gonna beat them. I want to play them again. I want to see them.
How? What do you think you guys, Oscar, can learn from this game?
Gary, I'm really sorry. I got to get up. We are getting ready to depart. We've got
Okay,
to go.
thank you.
I'm so sorry.